Welcome to Habitly Courses, a production of Manage to Win. Each course is divided into multiple lessons for easy viewing. All are now completely free, so you can watch them on your own or work through them as a team. Please subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, and share your favorite lessons with others. Try to find something that helps you be your best.
Hello, this is David Russell. I'm back with our course on empathy. Now, I want to start out with what's the difference between sympathy and empathy. So let me give you a definition here, and this is by looking at dictionary.com and other things. But sympathy is acknowledging someone else's emotional hardships and providing comfort and assurance. You kind of jump in with them. You're communicating that you care. You feel sorry for their situation. You understand, but to a certain extent, you can't relate to their feelings. For instance, I have a friend, and he had a rough childhood, really rough, okay? And he's had his ups and downs in adult life. And I can understand what he's gone through, but I can never truly, deeply understand it. So I might relate to some of his feelings, but some of his things, because I haven't gone through it, I can't relate to it. So that's going to be sympathy. Now, when we're talking technical support or working with people on technology, you know, that's terrible your system got infected by a virus. That can be a real bummer. We start jumping down into the problem. We're focused very much on the problem. We've taken on the customer's frustration. We feel badly for them. And the challenge here is we've been hired to provide solutions. We need to understand the problem, but that can't be our focus. We have to learn about the problem to focus on the solution and provide a productive way to solve the problem. That's really what we're doing. So the result of sympathy is that we're stuck. We're stuck with the problem, which is what they called us for, to get that resolved. And this applies in sales too. Okay? So what happens is, from the client perspective, the result of sympathy is they still have no solution. We're not helping them, okay? And we may even be multiplying their stress, increasing it. It could cause them to lose trust in our organization, and basically they get more frustrated. So when we work with people, whether it's in a sales or sales support or technical support or other role, really our job is to help them find solutions. So sympathy is not the best approach. Sympathy is great for condolences when somebody loses something, particularly another person. But that's not in service or sales interactions, okay? Now, in contrast, empathy is understanding someone's feelings because you've experienced it, or you have the ability to kind of put yourself in their shoes. So you're going to relate to the emotions, but not start experiencing those emotions yourself. You're going to imagine or relate to what's causing their concern, probably asking questions to clarify. Remember, we talked about active listening. So the goal here is we want to identify what the problem is and what the client wants or needs. And as we go, assure them, I can help you get past this. We can resolve this. We'll get through it. Assure them of a solution. Now, that's going to be empathy. One example is, hi, I'm sorry you have this problem. Don't worry. We'll get your system back up to its old self again. You don't have to use those exact words, but I'm just giving you an example. Now, the result of empathy on ourselves is it increases our ability to respond rather than react. What's the difference? Well, when we react, it means that we are speaking or acting almost without thinking. It can be instantaneous. When we respond, we are speaking or acting after thinking about how we want to speak or act. It can be a big difference, especially with some people, right? What empathy does is it's going to focus us more on the solutions, and it's going to leverage our analytical nature. Whether you are a massive analytical or someone that has to force yourself to be analytical, slows you down a little bit, makes you be more analytical, and it's going to help you apply whatever technical strengths you have, whether that's in business process or actual technology or other aspects that they're struggling with. You're going to be in better shape. Now, the result of empathy for the client is we're moving beyond the problems to the solutions. We're reinforcing that, hey, we understand you, we value you, we're here for you. We're confirming the key pain points. That's important, right? Because we do need to confirm what the issues are. And we're going to restore or build additional trust. So when to demonstrate any empathy? It's virtually any client situation where, number one, they're upset. Maybe number two, there's a technical problem that needs to be solved or a business problem. And so when you're resolving these technical issues, business issues that might be solved by technology, or maybe you're just going to advise them on process, that's where you can demonstrate empathy and help them out. And once again, I want to reinforce why I prefer empathy over sympathy. Empathy imagines or relates to what's causing their concern rather than jumping in with it. It removes judgment, and it seeks to understand. It improves your ability to say what you mean because you're kind of thinking through things, asking questions, and really this fact that it demonstrates you care. In 3 strands leadership that I teach, the 3rd strand is sincere gratitude, and that's where you value people who are on your team. You make certain they feel like you appreciate them sincerely. And it's the same thing here. It's demonstrating you sincerely care for what they're going through or what they feel they're going through, their perception of what they're going through. So we're going to leverage active listening again. So you've seen this information before. Basically, we are going to be kind of detective-like. We're going to be asking questions. There's open-ended questions, the what's, the whys, the hows to discover issues. There's close-ended questions that are who, would, where to kind of clarify things. We're going to repeat back snippets or short statements of what we hear to confirm we're understanding correctly. So if I understand you correctly, this is what's happening. Oh, that's interesting. So you're saying this happens. Well, what happens when you do that? And so you're kind of working back and forth, demonstrating that you are listening to them and paying attention. And then you're going to confirm next steps, which is very important. So this is lesson 1, sympathy versus empathy. I encourage you to pull out service tickets, remember recent situations, maybe current situations, and think about the things we just covered and discuss them. Go through the video again or look at the deck if you want to. Ask these 5 questions on this screen. I mean, really the difference here is, what are you going to change based on what we just discussed? And then take the exam, pass the exam, and then go on to lesson 2. That's all I've got for now. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon.